We're going to talk more about election coverage tonight. WWL Louisiana political analyst Clancy DuBos here with us. Now, what do you make of the outcomes of those runoff races tonight?
Well, none of them were close.
Right.
I mean, the big one was the race for clerk of criminal district court, and in that case, it was a David versus Goliath matchup at the outset. And in this case, as happened in the Bible, David won. Calvin Duncan had quite a story to tell. After being wrongly convicted and then ultimately getting exonerated, he won in all neighborhoods of town. Let's pull up the map, and you can see here. This is a citywide map. And on the left, you can see the precincts that are white are still out yet, but the green colors show the precincts won by Calvin Duncan, and the yellowish gold ones are the ones that Darren Lombard, the incumbent, won. And if you look at the bottom of your screen to the right, that little area is Algiers, okay? Now look at all the green precincts down there. That is Darren Lombard's home base. And he carried, it looks like 3 or 4 out of, the 20 or so, or about the 40 precincts in Algiers. And you cannot lose your home base like that and win. And you can look at the total result. Of course, Duncan winning with about 67%, 2-1.
Wow.
Now let's look at the District A race. We can pull up the map, and in that one, you will see that Amy McCarron is winning big, over 57% to almost 43% by Holly Friedman. And again, Amy McCarron is the gold-colored precincts. Oftentimes, the District A race devolves into an uptown versus Lakeview kind of thing. So the green shows Holly Friedman's. Now, there's no incumbent in this race, by the way. Joe Giarrusso was term limited and chose not to run for anything else. The green precincts are for Holly Friedman. The gold precincts are for McCarron. And you can see she's winning not only the uppermost, which is the Lakeview area, but also to the bottom left, that big swath, that's Carrollton, which often is the sort of tiebreaker between uptown and the lakefront. And that went solidly for Amy McCarron. And she even carried a few precincts uptown. So again, you see that result. It's 57, more than 57 to not quite 43 for Holly Friedman, with just a handful of precincts out. That race is over. Now, in District E, you saw the victory speech by Jason Hughes a few minutes ago. Let's pull up that map, and you can see that's all of New Orleans East, or just about all of New Orleans East, and all of the lower 9th Ward. Now, don't let that big swath of green to the right-hand side of your screen, which is Cindy Wen's precincts. That's basically all of 3 precincts. There are more alligators and nutria out there than voters, I can assure you. The bulk of the votes are to the left of your screen, and that is solidly for Jason Hughes. He's winning with almost 62% to just over 80% for Cindy Wen. That race is over. Just a small handful of precincts, again, still out. But that is a big win for Jason Hughes, a state rep, now moving up to the city council.
All right, well, thank you so much. I know you said early voting was a great indicator in these races.
Yes, and all 3 of these races, the early vote, not only the winner won the early vote, but the winner in each of those races won by within 1 or 2 percentage points of what the final vote is showing right now.
All right, well, thank you so much. We always appreciate your insight there.